The heavyweight division has changed quite a lot in the last 12 months. There's a new king in Alexander Usyk. There's even a new champion in Daniel Dubois. On August 3rd, live on DAZN, a meeting of two fighters, one wanting to be a champion, one wanting to be king again. Andy Ruiz takes on Jarrell Miller in a must-not-lose fight for both. Before they meet in the ring, they meet here face-to-face. This is Ruiz versus Miller. This is face-off. Here we go, guys. I must not lose for both. Fair statement?
You want me to go first?
Yeah, you go first, Jarrell. First statement.
Man, I ain't afraid of that. You gotta my boy up, man. You gotta roast con pollo with that.
Is this in any way difficult, right? You know, I mean, animosity sometimes brings out the best in fighters, sometimes brings out the worst. But it gives you that edge. You guys are friendly. Let's not hide behind that. You guys are respectful of each other. Is it difficult to get in the ring knowing there's going to be damage on Saturday when you are friendly?
No, man, we're competitors, you know. We both are on the same mission. We both want the same thing. We both want to become champions. And from his loss and my layoff, you know, we both got to climb up the ladders. And, you know, he's in front of me. He's trying to take the foot away from my kids, and best believe that ain't going to happen. You know, we're good outside of the ring, but inside the ring, we got to put that switch on and, you know, we got to go time.
Well, first of all, I ain't taking no food from him because he been eating glizzies and he brought lunch meals. But like I said, you know, Eddie took one of my mistakes that I made and he capitalized over it. You know, so he's doing very well. You know, I mean, right now I'm in the doghouse. I'm starving. You know what I mean? And when you look at our records and stuff like that and opponents we fought, you know, he went the decision with a 48-year-old, you know, close win. He went decision with a 42-year-old, close win. With me, there's no close wins. Either I knock you the out or I beat the out you. You know what I mean? So when the bell ring comes Saturday night, I got to beat my man up, let his hands fly.
I know you're not going to say how this plays out properly in terms of game plan, but how does it play out in your head in terms of the fight, Joe? You tell Andy, how does it play out?
I got to stop it, my brother.
How you going to stop me?
I'm going to stop.
I know, but
I ain't going to tell you what punch it is.
Almost got me that one. What are you going to do? It was
I mean, come on, rip and Brooklyn, bro. Can't set myself up like that, you know what I mean? But now, man, got to stop it, my brother. I got you.
Yeah.
I'm fighting in your backyard.
All I know is that everybody has a plan. Everybody can say this, they can say that, but when they're inside that ring with me, it's a whole different story. Everybody said they're going to beat me just because I'm big, I'm fat, I'm chubby.
I don't nobody fool too. I just say something about me too.
Nah, but you look good. You know, you always been like that. But me, I always been flabby and all that. But
I don't know. I got a bone to pick with you though, man. I heard you got some liposuction. Man, told me that.
Fuck no, all that, the hard work, the blood, sweat, and tears, man. But you say he's gonna knock me out. Say he's gonna win, and that's exactly what I say to him. I'm not saying I'm gonna knock you out. I'm not saying that anything like that. But I just know that I'm gonna win. I prepared really hard for this fight. I know my style isn't overwhelm you, and you know, I just gotta do everything that I did inside that ring and just win the fights.
Well, nobody be saying shit, big baby. Never. Not even a spar.
Well, it's because you haven't fought nobody like me.
We go see.
You know, it's like the battle of the two chubby guys, those bimbos right here.
You know, when you talk about those last two fights, right, you're talking about Luis Ortiz and Ariola. Did you feel that the Andy Ruiz that beat AJ, the Andy Ruiz that put on that really good performance against Joseph Parker back in the day, do you feel like that guy doesn't exist anymore?
I mean, I don't know how you prepare for camp. You know, I mean, I think anything that we see in the past can still come to light, you know, most definitely. But if you watch anything that I do done in the past, so, you know, I come back. You know what I mean? I don't get rocked. I throw 80-something punches around. You know, I'm coming for that. I don't gas the out when I'm ready. You know what I'm trying to say? So you watch our off of that one win he did with AJ, which is a phenomenal win, taking away from him. Can he do that again against me? We gonna see.
Anything is possible, man. Anything is possible. Just like how my shirt says from 413, anything is possible through Jesus Christ, you know? And that's exactly what I do. Yeah. Luis Ortiz was a tough fighter, man. Tough fighter. My first lefty. You know, lefties are
a lot harder.
And they're harder, yeah. And me having that long layoff, I thought I looked pretty good. And I felt like I could have done a lot better, but I was just too cautious.
It's a long layoff again. It's nearly 2 years again.
Yes, sir.
Are you cautious again, going in against a volume puncher after 2 years out again?
Yeah, and that's why we agreed. We know he's a dangerous fighter. I'm a dangerous fighter as well. I didn't want to pick someone easy like that, but I have confidence, I have faith that I'm going to become victorious on Saturday.
You know, I know I'm a big man of faith, but he keeps saying faith and confident. And my thing is this, you know, we both have faith and we both believe in God, but God ain't gonna save us when we get in that ring. His best man gonna be in that ring.
Yeah,
God gonna take out.
God's with me and all the time.
We do all the time. All the time. We step every way.
Especially inside that ring.
It's 50-50. You know what I'm saying? God ain't gonna pick you over me. He ain't gonna pick me over you. It's up me versus you when we get in that ring. And God gonna take his seat, get his popcorn, and say, you know what? Both my boys gonna go in there. Both gonna come out. And best man go away.
You know, Andy, there's a lot of talk about, are you still the Andy Ruiz? There's also a lot of talk about, is he still the Jarrell Miller? Right? I mean, the Jarrell Miller that we saw prior isn't the same Jarrell Miller we saw against Daniel Dubois. Do you still think that guy exists?
Yeah, of course, man. Anybody could come from, like I said, we all went through roller coasters, you know? We all went through our ups and downs. Like you said, he's hungry, I'm hungry from my long layoff, from his mistakes that he did. So we both learned a lot of stuff. So I think it's gonna, you know, this is something that we wanted, you know, since the day that we saw each other over there in Detroit, Michigan. You came up to the ring and you said you wanted to fight me, and you know, this is it.
This is a fight that no one really expected, though. You know, you look at all the heavyweights in the landscape. We didn't expect to see this one. Was there any hesitation at all from both of you about taking this fight?
I think I can answer that question. I mean, when he called me, I was like, I'll call you back. And after the phone, I called him and I was like, yo, Brody, you know, I got permission to fight you. Got permission to kick your and he was like, yeah, man, I need to fight bad, bro. Let's just try to make it happen. All right, Clay. I was like, let's make the fight happen. And that's really what it was. You know, it's more like, like, you know me, I'm a street I'm going to run down on you, I'm going to toast you, I'm going to push in your face. But I don't need to do that with Andy because that energy's it's never been that with me and him. He's been a cool, laid-back person, respectful. So even when I stepped in the ring in Detroit, you know, I remember I seen his mom after the fight, and it was not behind a bike, saying, don't pay that no mind. Like, you know, that's his boxing stuff, you know. So, and we've kept that same energy and relationship throughout these years, you know. So for me to say, to talk that be that kind of way, be fake. You know, I'm not fake. If I don't like you, I'm going to tell you. But if I do, be respectful and then keep it moving.
You know? Any hesitation from you, Andy? Was it a case of, yeah, let's just do this? We want to fight?
No, we already knew that we were going to fight him, and that's when he called me and telling me, like, hey, they're asking me this fight, but we already knew. We kind of picked him for the opponent, so I thought it was
Why?
It was
Why did you
perfect.
pick him?
Because it was perfect, you know. Out of all the other fighters that I seen, I thought he deserves it, you know. And I think it's good for us to have a good payday as well. And you know, we both want the same thing. We both want to become champions. We both want to feed our family. And nothing better than my brother right here.
You were ringside for the Daniel Dubois fight. Did you pick him off the basis of that performance?
No, of course not. Well, I was right there cheering for him, you know. I was right there screaming at him, do this, do that. Because I had been through the low. I looked really bad in one of my fights as well. But there's nothing bad, you know. Everybody could change. Anybody could train harder and all that and look better, you know. Every fight is different and every opponent makes you look different. And I thought this was going to be the best opponent for me to look good.
Boxing's changed quite a lot now. A lot of the younger kids coming up are chasing the big money fights rather than the title fights. You've had the titles, right? You were unified heavyweight champion. Are you still chasing that goal of being a champion again, or is it a case of just give me the big money fights?
Of course, man. I want to become champion again. I had those bouts with me. I made mistakes. I went the other route. I went on the other road, and I lost them, you know. I lost them, so I want to get them back. I want to get them back so bad. So Jarrell Miller's in front of me. You know, it's a mutual thing, you know. We both want the same thing.
A lot of your wins, the majority of your wins don't go to decision. You don't like going to points. You don't like going to overtime. Are you expecting this to play out the same way on Saturday?
Yeah, I gotta stop Andy, man. No, I'm fighting a Mexican champion, Little Mexico, here in California, man. So I'm not. You know, kind of same thing with Dubois. You know, even though it was in Saudi Arabia, I fought him on the English promoter with English judges and English referees. So that plays a mindset in your mind where I'm not only fighting the guy in front of me, I'm fighting the hometown favorite, and this is the hometown favorite. So I didn't train to go no decision. You know, I'm trained 15 rounds, 4 minutes to go the distance, but hard to stop guys. You know, we find 4 or 5 sparring partners. We stop every one of them. So that's the whole plan of my side. I'm going in here with Andy's that I got to stop my guy. That's respectfully that for me to respect him the proper way is by kicking his properly.
And training properly.
Training properly.
So they have trained properly. Also,
yeah, we drop 45 pounds, boy. We ain't playing. You know, we benching 350, squatting 600. So we feel good. Ready to rock and roll, baby. Ready to rock and roll.
was ready to go. Andy, you've got the punch power as well. We've seen that, right? We know when you're getting close to those hooks. We saw it put down AJ, we've seen it put down other people as well. Are you expecting to go the distance or maybe get the stoppage as well?
You know, like I tell everybody, I never predict knockouts. I never predict anything. I just predict me becoming victorious, winning my fights, and me raising my hand up and saying that I won the fight. So that's the only thing that I predict, and that's the thing that was going to happen, you know? I've been through this so many fights, so many times, you know? I've been dropped, I've been all that, and I still found out a way to win, you know? So I feel I'm a true champion.
You know, when you see like a Daniel Dubois, now a world champion, or Alexander Usyk, now the king, do you realize like a win here puts you in a position where you guys are maybe one fight away from the world title? Does that give you extra incentive going into this fight as well?
100%. You know, 100%. I mean, you know what it feels like to get your hands raised and get a championship belt. I don't yet. So I'm still seeking that thrill. I'm still seeking that feeling. You know, and then the hunger inside of me is even stronger than before now. It's like, you know, I'm 35 years old. It's like, boy, you better get off now, get off the pot. You know, and that's what this camp was all about. Do it now or die later, nigga. This is it. This is it, what you're going to do. You know, and one thing about me, my back is against the wall. I'm going to die. And that's what's going to happen. You know, we go in that ring, we gonna get rebirth when we come out in that ring.
Got that same hunger, Andy? You got that same hunger you had 10 years ago?
Of course, man. I feel right now I'm in my prime. I'm in my prime right now, man. After all the stuff that I've been through, all the ups and downs that I've been through, I feel this is my moment. And like I said, we die inside that ring. We die inside that ring to feed our family, to feed our loved ones, to change their lives, to change our lives. And he wants to feel the same way, you know? He wants to do the same thing. He wants to do, that's why I like this guy, because he cares about his family, cares about his kids, and especially he has his dad with him all the time, just like how I do mine, and I respect this too.
My daughter months ago, 2.5 months ago,
You're fighting for more than what you used to fight for now.
Exactly. We got to work hard, man. We got to work really hard, and like I said, he wants to be a champion. I want to be a champion again, and, you know, the best man wins on Saturday.
Taco versus the cheeseburger. Let's get it.
Guys, all done. I think it's going to be a respectful violence between you two, Jarrell and Ruiz. Good luck on Saturday, Pat.
I appreciate watching.
Thank you.
Crawford versus Madrimov, August 3rd. Buy now at DAZN.com.